Good evening, everyone. Good evening, dear GrantGO subscribers. So we are going to speak about MUN conferences, and this especially about MUN, Tashkent International Model United Nations 2023, one of the biggest MUN in the last 10 years. So today our guests are Amirkhan Hamidov and Sherzod Rustamov, the main organizers of this event. So they will be give you information about MUN, and then we'll ask some questions, and then we'll also let you ask your questions that you might be interested. So let's make it short, and I'll give you the microphone to the Sherzod Rustamov, and he will be, he will give the main information about MUN.
All right, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving this opportunity to present in this wonderful platform, GrantGO. And I really hope that you have some benefits from this session. You will get the answers to your questions, and in general, you will understand what is MUN and what benefits can participation in Model UN conference bring to you, to your profile. So basically, if we start, like we are going to talk in English, but later on during the Q&A session, if somebody feels some hardship to go with English, we may switch to Russian or to Uzbek. So we are flexible in that, but still the official language of the conference will be English. That's why the presentation is also in English. Speaking about the whole project of Tashkent International Model UN, firstly, we would like to go deeper. What is MUN in general? If you go to the, this is the content of the presentation. What is MUN, the history and evolution? Then all about Tashkent International MUN Society, because we are not just an annual conference, but we also do much more than just one conference a year. Then introducing the conference 2023 itself, moving on with the committees and agendas will be introduced during our conference, and also important days for us. And finally, how to apply. Well, moving on. What is Model United Nations? This is the academic simulation of the real United Nations session, so that youngsters could feel this atmosphere and could participate as a diplomat representing one country, since we are going to allocate each delegate among the countries. And this is a great opportunity to feel this atmosphere, to understand the international relations, to understand global issues as well. So, and moreover, the Model UN itself started from the United States of America, from New York, and basically later on developed by Harvard students. Moreover, Model UN is developing from day to day, and not only the UN agencies are being simulated, but also students include some other international organizations, as we, for example, are introducing this year not only the United Nations committees and councils, but also the World Trade Organization and the Crisis Committee, where we are going to simulate the Global 20 group. All right, and speaking about the benefits, moving back to the previous slide, speaking about the benefits, what it gives to you when you participate in Model United Nations. Firstly, this is the public speaking and communication skills, because you'll be delivering the speech on behalf of the country that you will represent. then negotiation and diplomacy, leadership, development. Because you will have your blocks, your groups, when you will propose some solutions, but it may contradict to the ideas and solutions of your opponents. And this is the beauty of MUN, to have a negotiation, to have a leadership in your group, so that your ideas could proceed further. Then research and in-depth learning. Why? Because every committee has its own agenda, and before you participate in the conference, of course, in order to be prepared, in order to be competitive among other delegates and among other participants, you will need to research on the topic and understand the global issues. And the more conferences you participate in, the more knowledge you gain from the research of the committee, of the agenda, etc. Moving on, the global awareness about problems and networking and friendship. This conference is international and brings participants from the regions of Uzbekistan, from the global community as well, and of course our partners, the United Nations agencies in Uzbekistan, as well as the ministry and major private company of Uzbekistan, Artel Group, who is also supporting us. This is a unique chance for you to get a networking and maybe grab some opportunity from these people as well. Cultural understanding and confidence building. Of course, again, it goes to the representation of the countries. When you research on the country and understand what culture, what specifics does the culture of some certain country include. Okay, moving on, the resume application and your profile in the portfolio in general. This is a very beneficial for your applications to the universities abroad, because they value this achievement. They value if you contribute to the sustainable development in general, to something green, because this is a trendy right now. And this is not only the benefit for the bachelor's degree, but also for master's. If you want to go to the international relations or MBA or public administration or something like that, or sustainable development, it's very beneficial for you to get this conference to your profile. Okay, real world simulation and preparation for future careers. As I mentioned before, if you do a networking very well, maybe you will grab some internship in the UN or the ministry. And yeah, this is like the main benefits of participation in model. And one more thing to mention is that it can be beneficial for you to even travel for free, because the more experience of participation in MUN you gain, the more demand on you will be abroad as a chairperson. If you participate as a chairperson, sometimes some conference cover you. For example, myself and some members of our team, they sometimes participate abroad for free, because the United Nations or the organizing committee themselves, they cover their accommodation or their travel, if there are enough resources, of course. So moving on to the next slide. This is in general about our Tashkent International MUN Society. It was established in 2012 at Westminster International University in Tashkent, and still we are the part of Westminster International University in Tashkent. And the very first truly international MUN was conducted back in 2019, engaging 500 delegates, not only from Uzbekistan, but from the globe. And there was 9 committees. Moving on, after the pandemic, TIMUN 2021 was conducted by our team. Also, we developed the movement of the MUN not only in the capital city, but also we wanted to engage active students from regions of Uzbekistan. That's why we, in 2021, for 200 delegates, conducted Fergana Wali MUN in the city of Andijan of our country. Also, since we have a very great experience and very good partners in the face of United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, they invited us to organize the very first international Model UN in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. So you can imagine that our society is organizing the Model UN, not only Model UN conferences, not only in Uzbekistan, but we are already going outside of the box. And joint events with UN agencies, we celebrate the UN Day. Yes, we celebrate the UN Day. We join some programs, some activities with the UN, where you all will be notified if you also join our community, because on a year-long basis, we provide some opportunities, we provide some programs, some contests that are that our partners in the face of UN proposing to the young people. Moving on, speaking about the conference itself, that will be this December from 1st to 3rd at Westminster International University in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. And the next slide, the slogan and the concept of the conference of 2023 is One UN, Together for a Better World, Together for SDGs. One UN concept is the concept that was introduced by the United Nations General Assembly back in 2006 in order to make the UN agencies work in a group collaboratively to enhance the cohesion among them, so that they could work under the project, under one project. So several UN agencies work in a partnership under one project. And this is, in the world of Model UN, this is something new, that we are bringing the real One UN concept to our conference. Because right now, previously, for example, if we were supported by United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, nowadays we have more than one UN agency who support us. For instance, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime is the very first partner, but then our partners right now are United Nations Regional Coordinator's Office. It means that the coordinator of Uzbekistan, the main office of Uzbekistan of the UN, is also supporting us. Then newly established agency of UN Women and the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, also partnering with us, making this conference under the concept of One UN. Together for a Better World, Together for SDGs, this is to accelerate the achievement of SDGs in general, because the world lost the momentum of achieving the SDGs because of the pandemic. That's why we are bringing SDGs in every of our committees. Next slide, please. This is the
okay.
Yeah.
After I can continue.
Yeah. Just before Amir takes the mic, I would like to highlight the numbers of our conference that will be this year. 3 days of conference, the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd of December at Westminster International University in Tashkent. 11 committees, 33 DICE members, the members of Presidium, 550 delegates, both local and international, and unlimited of experience, network, and all the benefit sides that I mentioned previously. So that's for now that for me, and Amir, please.
Yeah, so thank you very much. If you go to the previous slide once again, I will ask the members of today's voice chat to take a screenshot because these are important numbers. I hope that you are taking screenshot for every slide. You may refer to them later on.
Yeah, we'll share this presentation, of course.
Good, amazing. Then regarding the 11 committees, next slide. Yeah, so as you see here, there are four main presented here at first, being the UN General Assembly, World Trade Organization. These are related to the topics that we indicate. For instance, regarding the UN General Assembly, it is the precursor to atrocity crimes. So here you will cover mostly criminal law aspects. For World Trade Organization, we have the accession and of developing countries to the WTO, World Trade Organization. And the case will specifically go to Central Asian countries, Uzbekistan involved. Regarding the other committees, here we have UN Economic and Social Council, as well as UN Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. So, as you know, we have the deadline by 7th of November to apply as a delegate. So you can consider these committees while applying. For instance, if you are into UN Economic or Social Council, specifically with the topic of private sector as a leader in making positive environmental and social impact, then you may definitely go to this committee. Or if you are in educational and cultural aspects, then you can go to the committee, the topic of which will be introducing inclusive learning in developing countries and eliminating discrimination in education. So that's very important for you to somehow look at these topics, because once you address these topics in your essay, you have higher chances of getting accepted, because that's how you show that you are prepared and you know the topic somehow. Yeah, next slide. Other committees that are also involved are Crisis Committee, UN Environment Program, and UN Commission on Population Development. So the topics of these are related to, again, the Central Asian countries. For the Crisis Committee, regarding the environmental program, this is related to resource allocation and in terms of the challenges and obstacles countries face in allocating resources. For the population development program, this is related to resource allocation in terms of the challenges and obstacles countries face for prevention. There were other committees above. If you go above, for remaining. Yes, these ones. I guess most of you are applying or about to apply to UN Security Council because as our practice shows, this is mostly lucrative and it sounds more strong compared to other committees, but do not just look at the names, also look at the topics where you feel you have more things to say, where you feel you have more voice to express. That's is the criteria for you to choose the committees. Okay, not just looking at the name, but also looking at the topic. So, for instance, on the UN Commission on the Status of Women, it is mostly related to gender-based discrimination. Whereas for the UN Commission on Crime and Prevention of Criminal Justice, it is on cross-border crime disputes. Okay, and well, obviously for UN Security Council, these are related to security issues, and this year we address fresh water as a security threat. Okay. Okay. So as you know, TIMUN, this is part of Wyatt, and the first events were established in Wyatt, and we still continue this tradition. But at the same time, we also have the events taking place in Youth Palace. I'm sure you know where it's situated. It's right near Mustaqillik Maidana. So in both locations, we are having this event.
Yeah. Also, let me clarify within the location, dear participants. On the very first day, December 1st, we are having opening ceremony with the opening remarks of our partners, with the high-level people, and a small cultural concert. And that's it. It will be in the Youth Palace of Uzbekistan, near, as Amir mentioned, near to the underground station of Mustaqillik. And that's it for the day one. Day two, the conference sessions, and day three, the conference sessions will be at Westminster International University in Tashkent. On the next slide, you can see our conference rooms at Westminster. And in the end of day three, again, we are moving to the Youth Palace for the closing ceremony, where our dais members and the best delegates of the committees will be awarded. And there will be a little cultural performance from our international participants as well. Okay. Yeah, and you know the important dates of the conference itself. You know already the dates. We can move forward.
Yeah, well, we can mention especially this deadline. It's 7th of November, so don't forget to apply. So
Yes, right. And the deadline for the DICE members, if you have really good experience in Model UN participation as a delegate, maybe as a chair, please, you can use the opportunity to apply to the position of the chair or co-chair or the rapporteur to be in the presidium of one of the committees. And deadline for this is November 5. But if you want to try yourself as a delegate, we don't require the previous MUN experience to be the delegate, to apply as a delegate, but please make your motivation letter as stronger as possible so that you could be very competitive among other applicants. So, and the deadline, as my colleagues mentioned, is November 7. This is our team, by the way, that you can see, our organizing team. The secretariat contains the president, secretary general, deputy secretary general, conference manager, Amir, external communications manager, and under secretary generals for every committee, finance manager. So we have really the human resource is the main part of the project, of every successful project. That's why we really value and always appreciate our team. Yeah.
thank you very much, Mr. Shehzad and Amir Khan. And before going to the questions from our audience, I also prepared some questions on behalf of our audience. So let's move on these questions, and then we'll go to the questions from the audience. So please be a little patient. Yeah, it's for the audience, because we are going to cover more information. So
and
yeah,
one more
the
thing
first
to mention, sir, before we go, how to apply. You go to timun.yu.uz, and then on the main page you can find the delegate application, the chair application, and also we have the option of applying through mymun.com platform. On this platform, all international MUNs are allocated, and it's very convenient, the very user-friendly platform. So you can use both options, applying through the Google form on the website or applying through the mymun.com platform.
We also gave some information in our website about the application, about the whole MUN, and the delegates or the potential delegates can use this information, and we also provided the official website and how to application form. So I think you can use this platform to apply, or and it's the official light of.
Thank you for showing
So
this website, how you're going through. That's how actually it is done.
Okay. So moving to our questions. Sorry. No, it's something happened. Okay, the first question: who can participate to TIMUN? Oh, sorry, how to pronounce it correctly?
TIMUN, yes, TIMUN. Not Timun,
yes,
TIMUN, yes, right.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I will try to be short and concrete answering the questions. Everyone can participate in this conference, but we provide more chances to the university students. However, this is not the strict limit. We also welcome the students of the high schools, like 9th, 10th, 11th grade, or the year 1, 2 of the academic assumes of the universities, because from my personal experience, I have faced many of the delegates, really great, really experienced, who got best delegate nominations, but they were 16 or something. So that's why, if your profile is really good, your motivation is really good, please do apply. We don't have strict language limitation or age limitations. Language requirements, yes, you have to be fluent in English. Because the conference itself is in English. There are no Russian speaking or Uzbek speaking committees. Okay.
And here you provided regarding the certificate, no need for certificates. Don't worry, we are not asking IELTS or TOEFL, so no worries.
Thank you for this information. And I also participated in FVMUN, Fergana Valley MUN, in 2021, and there was participants, university professors, and something like that. This older than us. So
right. The variety of ages, from maybe 15, even I checked through the applications, we got 14 years old applicant with 6 or 7 module N experience, the conference. And we got the applicants of 34. I guess this man was 34, also experienced. That's why this is really, how can I say, diverse. It's diverse,
And again, people from other regions other than Tashkent can participate, or from the other countries, because probably it's the most
of course
important part.
We are welcoming international applicants and from regions as well, and also we are trying to be diverse on allocation of the delegates, not to accept all from the capital city because they have more experience, because in the capital city of Uzbekistan, Model movement is more developed than in regions, but we want to be diverse and we want to be inclusive. So that's why giving more opportunities for the people from regions and from international community. And one more thing to mention, I guess it will be on the next question, during the next questions. The participation fee of our conference is 0. It is free
Yeah.
of charge for all, because we are inclusive, following 3 principles of inclusivity introduced by the government of the Republic of Uzbekistan. Three groups of inclusive people. This is people with special abilities. We are also welcoming them, and we will invite to the committee sessions people with special abilities to deliver inspiring speeches to our delegates. This is the first. The second one is economically vulnerable people, so that making the conference free. We are trying to cover this sector as well, and women. We will be diverse in gender balance. Also, we have the UN Women as a partner for us. That's why we are truly diverse and inclusive conference. However, although the conference is free of charge, we cannot cover international participants. We cannot cover participants from the regions as well. So it's self-funded completely. If you are coming to Tashkent, the transportation and accommodation will be all will be self-funded, because we don't have the funds. If we would be not free but paid conference, then we would allocate the coverage of the chairs of regional participants from the regions, but we are free. That's why we cannot allocate the funds to this budget line, I would say. But our team on logistics from the regions, once you are accepted, and once they will check with every applicant, because you will be asked on the registration form, where are you from, the region, the country. And even if you are from Uzbekistan and you mention like Fergana, Karshi, Andijan, whatever, not Tashkent, you will be communicated by our team, and they will ask, do you need assistantship to find you an accommodation, like affordable accommodations? Because in Tashkent, we do have options to find affordable hostel, for example, like 15-20 US dollars per night, and our team will help with this to find you more affordable accommodation.
Thank you for the information. Yeah, I was exactly going to ask these questions. So there is no fee to participate, but I'd like to clarify: is there any fee for application?
There are no applications fee. There are no participation fees. The conference from A to Z is completely free for participation, because this is our one of the main principles, because previously in 2019, 2021, our conference was never paid. It was always free. And one more thing to mention, yes, during the day one, it is just the opening ceremony, just 2-3 hours of event, and we are done with the day one. That's why during day one, we will not provide any coffee break or lunch. But during day 2 and during day 3, we will provide 2 coffee breaks. We will provide lunch for our delegates, all participants. And during day 3 as well, coffee breaks and lunch. Yeah.
We also discussed this topic with Amir Khan, and I also there are many conferences like that provide like very few places that fully funded or like partially funded, and all the other places are just like paid places. So it's a very good opportunity, I think, just being equal to everyone. And yeah, even though you don't cover the accommodation or this any expenses of the participants, it's just equal opportunity, I guess. So next question, do you give a certificate of participation in the end, and will it be useful in the future? Because it's also one of the most asked questions from our audience.
Exactly. As I mentioned before, one of the benefits is fulfilling your personal portfolio for the next programs or for any educational programs. We will provide this certificate of participation for all participants, but the main requirement that you should be present and you should participate during the conference, because there will be an attendance. Every time they start, our chairs start the session, there will be the roll call. And if you are missing, it will be indicated in the application that you are missing. So that's why if you miss the majority of the sessions of the conference, then we will not provide you with certificate, because it should be fair, it should be equal for all. Moreover, this is for participation. In every committee, there will be 3 awards: the best delegate, the best speaker, and the best position paper. And these top delegates will receive one more certificate of reward. This is also the achievement. So if you are really active and really showing the best performance in the committee, you will have a chance to grab even 2 certificates, one of the participation and one of the award. For our chairs, of course, we also will acknowledge them with certificates. The certificate, adding the information, the certificate will be stamped and signed firstly by the rector of Westminster International University in Tashkent, then by the head of the United Nations in Uzbekistan, and by the ministry official.
So it's just a not typical certification. It's just a very like confirmed by like official organization. So I also really encourage potential delegates to actively participate and just to try not to get only the certificate of participation, but the certificate of the best delegate or the best speaker or the best paper. The next question is about you, and probably you were at some point, you were also like just a regular participant of these MUNs. So what was the best personal benefit of MUN for you? Is the question, both of you.
All right. The best personal benefit for me. Firstly, knowledge. For me, first of all, the knowledge of international relations, to understand really the policy of several countries, because every time I participate in MUN, I have like a really big number of MUN in my experience. And every time I participate as a delegate, for example, I understand the policy, the economic situation, and their specifics of every country that I will represent anytime during the conference. So this is the understanding of the whole world. If you are the chair, you study the topic itself. You become professional and expert in the topic, in the global problem. This is also great for you. So you can your worldview just enhances. It becomes really on the great scale worldview for yourself. This is the main for me. Secondly, this is my portfolio, and this is a chance to travel for free for international. Even you know, we are planning to travel to Turkmenistan, and the United Nations will cover this project. Also, in the end of November, there will be the Model UN in Kyrgyzstan, in Bishkek, at the very end of November, I guess. And they also invited me, and they were ready to cover me, but I'm having our own Model UN, and in the end of November, I will be busy with organizing moments for our conference. That's why I will not be able to go, but still, I am receiving these opportunities, and this is like the most beneficial part for me. Yeah.
Thank you. How about you, Amirhan?
Yeah, so I'll also add my 2 cents here. The benefits. So that goes without saying that the networking and cultural understanding, that's the most important benefits I see. Since you'll be talking with different people, and like within a day, you'll have different opinions, different perspectives, and all this contributes for you to understand them, to see the problems, and to see that they actually exist, and you're the ones who are going to solve them. And at the same time, you're going to sit at the table where actually these real decisions are made, and you will speak up with your voice. You will be addressing those issues, these global challenges that we face now. It's a great experience, and not only it will improve your negotiation, but also it will make your ability of thinking critically, coming up with innovative solutions in these situations. And all the skills can be transferred within your learning environment. Let's say, whether you're at schools, whether you're at universities, all the skills can be transferred. And one of the possibilities that it opened up, for instance, this year I also been in Kyrgyzstan in OSCE Academy. I've included in my CV that I have participated in MUN conferences and related conferences, and it boosted my resume and showed my understanding and my interest towards this field. And that's what kind of people they're looking for. So definitely consider these options, not just as a benefit for your CV, but also for overall life perspectives. Like, you will start thinking differently after having this 3-day exposure, like throughout the day, constantly thinking about the problem, its solution, communicating your solution to the audience, and convincing the members so that they accept what you have proposed.
Yeah, I think also the skills and networking are the most important part of these MUNs. So probably the last questions from me is, what advice can you give to prepare a better application, and how an ideal candidate look like for you?
Well, very good question, by the way. A better application, we don't have specific requirements, like you should write this, you should write that, you should you don't even have to have this modeling experience, I mean previous participation in MUN. But on our website, by the way, mun.y.uz, you can find the frequently asked questions section, where there are like what will make my application strong. And the very first is your motivation, your motivational letter. What will you get, the benefit, and how you want to contribute to this conference, and what you will get from it. Not just certificate, that's it, etc. Yeah, thank you very much, by the way. There are some questions, and experience might be beneficial for you, but you can also include to your motivational letter if you don't have Model UN experience, you can include any other experience, participating in volunteering, joining some activity within some international organization, maybe some project that is beneficial for society in a whole, for sustainable development, and your expertise. For example, you're doing the internship or you're writing the dissertation on the topic of, I don't know, water resources. You are doing some expertise, your experience within the gender equality. So the expertise itself might be also beneficial.
Thank you. And Amarhan, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, definitely. Do not think much of appearing stronger. Like, once again, it's your motivation. What you want from the conference. Write more about what benefits you think you will get, right? How this experience would improve yourself as a person, for instance. So we consider these aspects more, right? That's why we welcome even those who may not have much of the experience. That's fine. That's completely fine. If you participated in one or two conferences or have never participated, that's also fine. What is the main decision when we are deciding is your motivation in terms of how you feel this conference would be helpful. Yes, this is the main consideration.
Thank you. Yeah, that was all from my side, and then now we can move to the Q&A session with the audience. So because I'm seeing there are lots of like people like raising their hands and waiting for their time. So we'll start with Sevinch, and I'll also need to remind you that you can ask your questions in any language, not like any, but any of Uzbek or Russian or English. So feel free to ask your questions, even like not in English. Sevinch, I allowed to speak you, and you can unmute and ask your questions. So Sevinch. Sorry. Sevinch, bizni agar eshitayotgan bo'lsangiz, MUN'dan chiqarib savolingizni berishingiz mumkin. So, I think she's not with us. Is there any questions? Yeah. Jahongir. Jahongir, you can ask your questions, but yeah, remember to unmute you.
Hi. Thank you for giving me the microphone, first of all, and thank you for the voice chat. So my question is, like, I can see it's all about like having friends and talking to like motivated, let's say experienced people. But what the purpose of the meeting is actually, that I don't understand. Can you explain?
Yeah,
Sorry.
thank you very much
Could
for
you
your
repeat?
question.
Yeah, like I can see, sorry, maybe
What?
it's not clear
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, it's like saying having some friends to people who are from another region, like who know also English, can speak better in English and have like good ideas. But what the let's say meeting is related to, what exactly they are trying to, let's say, solve or share with us.
So as I mentioned you before, maybe you joined later
I think I
to
didn't see
to our
that.
yeah. Okay. I will try to uncover this question. Look, the simulation, the academic simulation of the United Nations is MUN, and formally the product and the reason to participate in the conference is to adopt the resolution. The resolution is the document that specifies the solutions proposed to some specific agenda, to some specific global problem. As we mentioned before, we have 11 committees, and every of the committee has its own specific problem to solve. So the delegates in every committee will speak and propose the solutions to the topic that they have on their agenda. So this is the main reason to follow. But this is not just academic, fully formal, etc., because this is the conference for youngsters, for like in a bigger scale. Yes, we will have older people as well, but still having fun, making network, friends, etc. This is the like more a secondary part, but the first is to propose the solutions. And this is the advantage of participation in our conference, because every adopted resolution will be communicated to the United Nations, to the official United Nations. We will send them this document of resolution that was prepared by you, by the delegates, and they will consider this document for a possible implementation in the future. Okay?
Yeah. So we need to come up with ideas that can be maybe a solution to some problematic situations, like maybe
Of course, yes.
problem, right? Yeah. Thank you for clear answer. Understood now clearly.
Thank you for your question, Jahangir. So we'll move to the next question. So Lily, yeah, if you can hear us, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, good evening, everybody. And I can say that I applied for this year's MUN conference, but when I was at Westminster University at the introductory section, you mentioned about the word limit of motivation letters. For my motivation letter, I only included between 120 or 150, no more than this. Can you tell me about the word limit, or should I apply again?
Thank you very much for this question. Actually, we don't have a strict word limit, but in general, it's not advised to go beyond 300 words, because it's too much. Because this is just the conference. Even universities sometimes require like 600, 700 words of motivational letter. The international universities. That's why try to not exceed the number of words for 300. Okay.
Okay, it means that 150 is enough if the meaning is.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's not about how many words you write. Actually, do not put any water on beautiful words. We need really to see your motivation. Why do you need this, and how you can contribute to this? So if you can manage to suit your motivation in 50 words, we are good with this. If you can fit with 300 words, we are also good with this.
Thank you for answer.
Thanks for question.
Yeah, thank you for. And yeah, I also mentioned maybe admission can really appreciate your being concise and not using these watering words, because of their time. So, is there any other questions from the audience? And we can look at our comment section, and maybe there are some questions. So there is a question about selection, but we covered this question, so we'll move. Can we edit our application? One of our participants asked this question.
Actually, no, because we cannot review again and again double applications, etc. That's why please do not add any additional recording to the application process.
So it is not recommended to edit, and it's not so it's not. I understand it's not possible to edit, and it's not recommended to double apply.
Yes. Please do not double apply. Yes, and you cannot edit because you pressed the button of submit. Okay, and after the deadline, because we receive in our direct messages in our email, we receive, I have applied, why you're not answering, where is my like the result, am I rejected or accepted? The deadline for delegates is November 7, and we will consider all the applications after the deadline, and the results will be out like on the November 11th or 12th.
Yeah, so it definitely takes a little time to check all the applicants, so be patient. It's not just after a day or just in the evening of the deadline, so be patient about your results. So also like be like fully prepared before going into the website. Prepare all your motivation letters, all your documents in the separate on your laptop, and then just apply in one sit. I would recommend this one. And the next question, one of our participants asked, in MUN, what is the chair and what is delegate? Could you explain it a little bit more? So what's the difference between chair and delegate?
Okay, so I can cover this question. So as you know, we have the chairs, and the delegates. The delegates are those participants who represent the countries. Okay. So for instance, you may be given different countries depending on the committee. For instance, you're given the committee on UN Security Council, and let's say there are 20 or 30 countries presented. So you as a delegate will be given certain country, let's say USA or Russia or China or any African country, for instance, and you need to represent the voices of that country as a delegate. Okay, so this is what we cover about the delegate. Whereas the chair are the people who will be guiding this process. Okay, those people sitting right in front of you and telling when to start, when to stop, who speaks next, which country proposes what. So they are the ones who are guiding. They are the ones who are taking all the information from you, okay? And at the end, they're helping you to come up with the resolution, okay? So that's how you can see the main difference from the chairs and the delegates.
It was, I think it was a clear answer, and I can combine the next two questions. So the first one is that, is any kind of portfolio required for the application, and is kind of previous participations of MUNs give some like special advantage over other like applicants?
Sure. We've been covering this throughout the presentation. First of all, we do not that much discriminate for the candidates who have greater experience. We also welcome those who may not have experience. Everything depends on what you write in your application. So regarding the portfolio, I think the question is asking about the previous experience. So once again, make sure you address your motivation within the application itself that you submit. Experience is a welcome, but not that much required.
Thank you for your answer. And there is one specific question about application process. So on the page of assignment preferences, should we select the country we are from or the country we want to represent? And can we choose like any country?
No, here, where are you from?
So in the application process, you choose your country of origin.
Yeah, so if you're from Uzbekistan, choose Uzbekistan.
Yeah, I think we...
Look, I wanted to mention in the... Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the application, you will see your personal information, like the country of your origin, the country of your residentship, where you're from, and specify your original one. But then we will ask the committee preference that you would like to participate in. And I guess we also ask the country preference, if I'm not mistaken, in my MUN profile, I guess, or in Google form. And this is separate because, because you in the model UN, the fact that you are from Uzbekistan, you might represent Argentina, you might represent Brazil.
I hope it's clear from the form, like it's clearly labeled. So if you have like any issues or like hesitant about the application, you could ask in our like comment section. Just send a screenshot and we can try to answer your questions. So we will get a little like couple more questions from the audience. It's Sevinch. So 2 more questions actually. Yeah. Sevinch, I unmute.
Hi everybody. Good evening. May I speak in Uzbek language, please, because it is
yes. Albatta.
Boyagi savolni men yuborgandim o'sha application comment preference'ga alohida bir muammo yoki bir topik tanlanadi. O'shani pastida country degan joy turadi. O'shanda o'zimni davlatimni tanlayman, O'zbekiston deb. Deylik, men 2 ta yoki 3 tagacha bo'lgan topik tanlamoqchiman. Ikkinchi topik tanlaganimda o'zimni davlatim chiqmadi. O'shanga o'yladim, men boshqacha bir mamlakatni tanlashim kerakmi, boshqa mamlakatni muammosini yoritishim kerakmi deb o'ylab qoldim. Endi bu
tushundim sizlar. Boshida, demak, application to'ldirayotganingizda boshida so'raladi qayerdansiz deb. O'tda O'zbekiston yozasiz. Lekin o'sha application o'rtasida, o'sha zaявкangizning o'rtasida o'tda o'sha konferensiya haqida savollar. To есть qaysi komitetda bo'lmoqchisiz, qaysi davlatni reprezent qilmoqchisiz, da? To есть bu o'sha siz haqingizda emas. Bu ko'proq sizning intereslaringiz, qaysi yo'nalishni olmoqchi bo'lganingiz.
Demak, commitmentni pastida turgan country deb tanlangan joyiga xohlagan davlatimni tanlashim mumkin.
Da, shunaqa.
Keyin applicationni deylik kecha boshlab qo'ydim. 7-noyabrgacha u mendan ketib qolmaydi. Ya'ni 7-noyabrgacha to'ldirishim kerak. Shundaymi? Qanaqadir 3 kun, 4 kunda to'ldir degan narsa yo'q.
Yo'q. 7-gacha topshirsangiz bo'ldi. Lekin men misol uchun hozir boshladim deyapsiz-ku. Saytda o'chilib ketishi mumkin. Shuning uchun Telegramgami saqlab qo'yishingiz kerak. Savolni ko'rasiz, Telegramingizga qo'yasiz. Savolni ko'rasiz, yozasiz, Telegramingizga qo'yishingiz ma'qulroq. Keyin bir kunda bir marta ochasiz, sразу же copy paste qilib bittada jo'natib olishingiz mumkin. Chunki saytga qo'yasiz hozir. U o'chilib ketishi mumkin.
Tushundim. Katta rahmat.
Rahmat.
Aynan mana shu texnik tomon har doim applicationni umuman bu MUN'ga topshirasizlarmi yoki boshqa joygami, hech qachon saytni o'zida ishonib saqlamanglar. Doim o'sha Google Docs, hatto Telegramda ham tavsiya qilmagan bo'lardim, chunki Telegramda ham ba'zida uzilishlar bo'lib qolishi mumkin. O'sha Google Docs yoki alohida Word shunaqangi fayllarda o'zingizlarda kompyuteringlarda saqlashni tavsiya qilaman. Hop, biz yana bitta savol qabul qilamiz hozir Qodirov Hojiakbardan.
And can I please also add one more thing, if possible?
Yeah. For sure. Sure.
Yes, as you know, you will be asked during the application process the committee preference 1, committee preference 2, and committee preference 3. Please note that the fact that you have chosen one certain committee of your preference does not guarantee that you will be selected in this committee. For example, if you have no MUN experience before and you're applying for Security Council, most probably you'll be not selected to this committee, but you'll be selected to General Assembly or ECOSOC or any other beginner committee, because we have more of beginner committees and we have more of advanced committees. For example, United Nations General Assembly, ECOSOC, UN Environment Program, WTO, they are big committees, and these committees are more of for beginners, okay, without experience. But the committees of Security Council, the Crisis Committee, Commission on Narcotic Drugs, they're advanced. And if we put the delegate without experience to Security Council, the delegate will not survive there, because there will be really the sharks of MUN, the experienced guys with the great debate skills, negotiation, the knowledge of international law, the knowledge of the international relations in general. That's why if you are the beginner and you selected the Security Council, most probably you will be allocated to another committee, okay?
So it's just a kind of allocation of the delegates. It's not just the rejection of the application, yeah?
Yes, exactly. We are not even looking so importantly to the committee preference. This is just for us. If you are the beginner and you are good with the General Assembly, then we will allocate you to General Assembly, no problem. This is just for us to make it easier. But nevertheless, it's not the rejection or the acceptance. It will not affect the application, the profile of the applicant, okay?
Thank you for your explanation. And the last question from Qodirov Hojiakbar, because he was raising his hand like for a long time. You can ask your question.
Assalomu alaykum. Uzr, ingliz tilida
Hojiakbar,
tushuntirsam
yeah, we are
tushuntirib
listening to you.
qo'ymaydi. O'zbek tilida.
Albatta.
Men ana shu application to'ldirayotganimda bir muammo bo'ldiki, emailimni kirgizganimda ana shu nima deydi, boshqa bir yo'nalishlarga o'tib ketyapti-da. Men ana shu education nimasi bo'yicha tanlagandim yo'nalishimni. Hozir muammo bo'layotgani ana shu hech bir nima deydi, boshqa yo'nalishga o'tib ketyapti-da. How can I say? Emailimda xatolik bo'lyaptimi yoki saytda, ana shuni bilmayapman hozir. Nima to'ldirganimda qanchaligini bilmayapman. Motivation letter bo'ladi-ku. Ana shuni qanchaligini bilmayapman. Word so'zlar soni.
Bo'ldi, tushundim sizni. Demak, yozayotganingizda so'z o'tib ketyapti, ko'rinmayapti o'sha yozgan narsangiz, to'g'rimi?
Ha, ko'rinmay qolyapti. Faktor o'chirib, boshqacha yozib turali, bufer MUN'dan yana saved qilib qo'yishga to'g'ri kelyapti-da. Qanaqadir xatolik yuz beryaptimi, saytdami yoki mendami, boshqacha yo'nalishga o'tib ketyapman.
Xo'p, Hojiakbar, bu normal holat. Shuning uchun ham saytni o'zida emas, birinchi sayt savolini ko'rib olib, o'ziga savollarni yozib olib, keyin misol uchun mana hafta hali bor. Hafta davomida уже javoblarni yozib, o'sha o'zingizni Word dokument bo'ladimi, telefoningizdami, hammasini yozib bo'lganingizdan keyin bo'ldi. Prosta copy paste qilib bufer obyentosi shunaqa qilgan ma'qul. U shunaqa bo'lishi mumkin, qaysidir yozgan narsangiz faqat yozgan joyi ko'rinadi, boshqa joyi ko'rinmasligi mumkin. Qaysidir savollarda bu normal holat. Просто siz uni o'sha copy paste qilganingiz ma'qul.
Aytganim
bitta
haligi
narsa-
ko'klov bormi
Yana
deyapmanda,
bitta
so'z
narsa
yozganim.
anaqaga bog'liq. Masalan, bizda ham registratsiyani ikkita varianti bor. Bittasi Google formadan bersangiz bo'ladi, bittasi mymun.com dan bersangiz bo'ladi registratsiyani. O'shani masalan bitta platformada o'xshamasa, ikkinchi platformada qarab qo'ying, balkim ikkinchida o'xshaydi. Chunki ba'zida veb-sayt ham, Google forma ham device-ga qarab ishlaydi. Masalan, MacBookda boshqacha ko'rinish keltirishi mumkin. Android telefonda boshqa, iPhone'da boshqa keltirishi mumkin. Tushunasizmi? Shunga qiyinchilikni tug'dirishi mumkin sizga. O'shaning uchun bitta device-ni qarab ko'ring. Balkim boshqa device-dan kirarsiz. Birinchisi, ikkinchisi boshqa platformadan ham registratsiya qilsangiz bo'ladi. Ikkalasi ham teng bizga. Bizga farqi yo'q. Google formadan registratsiya qilasizmi yoki veb-saytmi, farqi yo'q.
Rahmat. Shunga o'ylanib qolgandim savollar uchun. Vaqtlar ajratilganligi uchun.
Rahmat sizga ham. Bu yerda o'sha qo'shimcha tarzda aytish mumkin. Iloji boricha o'sha kompyuterdan, notebookdan va Google Chrome yoki Microsoft Firefox kabi zamonaviy brauzerlardan foydalanishni tavsiya qilaman. Bunaqangi holatda aynan shunaqangi texnik muammolar kamroq uchrashi mumkin. Demak, bilaman hozir yana savollar turibdi, lekin o'sha qatnashuvchilarni, o'sha biz mehmonlarimizni vaqtlarini hisobga olgan holda suhbatimizni shu yerda yakunlaymiz. Thank you. Rahmat Sherzod aka, Amirxon vaqt ajratib kelganinglar uchun. Menimcha shularga juda foyda bo'ldi.
Sizga kattakon rahmat. Juda ham zo'r bo'ldi bugungi voice chatimiz. Hammani kutib qolamiz. Agar Toshkentda bo'lsangiz, Toshkentni kutib qolamiz. Agar Toshkentda bo'lsangiz, Westminsterni kutib qolamiz 1-3 dekabr kunlari. GrantGO platformasiga, kanaliga o'z minnatdorchiligimizni bildiramiz va kelajakda yana birgalikda bu win-win agar qanaqadir proyektlar bo'lsa, biz o'sha birgalikda tashkillashtirib qilishni ishonib qolamiz.
Rahmat kattakon.
Albatta, biz ham
rahmat sizga. Oldindan hammasini tayyorgarlik ko'rib, rostakasim saytlarda qo'yib, yaxshi tayyorgarlik ko'rildi. Bu rahmat sizga.
Rahmat sizlarga ham. Albatta, o'zi GrantGO'ni ochishdan asosiy maqsad mana shunaqangi imkoniyatlarni borligini ko'rsatish, ayniqsa faqatgina mana shu rivojlangan shahar markazlaridan emas, mana shu boshqa joylardan ham odamlarni jalb qilish, mana shu rivojlanishlariga yordam berish. Shu sababli albatta birinchi navbatda bu o'zi bizni loyihamizni maqsadi uchun xizmat qiladi. Undan tashqari albatta sizlarning ishtirokinglar, sizlar bilan kelajakdagi hamkorlik bizga ham loyihamizni ham rivojlantirishda katta yordam beradi deb umid qilib qolaman. Demak, hamma qatnashuvchilarga o'sha 7-noyabrgacha deadlinedan kechikmasdan albatta o'sha kechikib deadline o'tib ketib qolgandan keyin ochib tura olasizlarmi, topshirsam bo'ladimi degan uzrlar bo'lmasligi uchun deadlinegacha hujjatlaringlarni topshiringlar, albatta qatnashinglar. O'zim ham o'sha juda ham ko'p bo'lmasa ham qatnashgan tajribamdan kelib chiqib aytishim mumkin. O'zbekistondagi, balki o'sha O'rta Osiyodagi eng qatnashishga arziydigan tadbirlardan biri. Ayniqsa bunaqangi yuqori sifatli tashkilotchilar tomonidan tashkillanganini hisobga olsak. Demak, hammaga rahmat. Yana bir marta Sherzod aka, Amirxon, sizlarga ham rahmat.
Rahmat, salomat bo'ling. Agar kimda kim savollar qoladigan bo'lsa, bizga ham yoki Instagramdagi direktimizga yozishingiz mumkin, bir kunda javob beramiz, yoki TMUN kuchukcha vayut.uz.ga o'sha simon@vayut.uz.ga elektron pochtaga savol berishingiz mumkin. 1-2 kunda javob berishadi.
Mana hozir aytilgan kontakt ma'lumotlari mana shu elektron pochta va Instagram sahifalari orqali javob berishlari mumkin. Demak, hammaga rahmat. Keyingi suhbatlarda ko'rishguncha.